Thank you for joining me. I am Makita Rodriguez, and I am an entrepreneur. I'm an author, a speaker, and a coach. And I have been a graphic and web designer and a virtual assistant. And I have an online academy called the High Achievers Academy where I help entrepreneurs, small business owners build their online presence. So, most of the time when I am talking to people, they're like, online presence. Okay, what do you mean? So, today I want to talk to you about your online presence. Talk to you about your online platform, your online presence. So, what about it, right? I've spoke with a lot of people, and many times business owners know certain parts of what they want to do, but they're not exactly sure what the whole picture looks like. And so when I say, well, I help business owners build their online presence, they're like, what do you mean? What is that? What does it consist of? What is an online presence? So, if you think about general business, the way that we do things, you go to a physical location or you meet someone and they give you a business card. And on that business card, it tells you who they are, where you can find them, how you can contact them, what they do. And it'll have something like their slogan or their logo or something like that. You also go to a physical business and they have a location. You can call them. They have a phone number. They have people working there. So this is all their real presence. This is their everyday presence. This is their location. It is no different when it comes to the online presence. So online presence is basically you taking what you would have in everyday life, in reality, and you bringing it onto the online platform, the online stage. And so your online presence consists of who you are, what you do, where you're located, how I can find you, how I can contact you, and what do you even offer me? What are you selling? Is it a product? Is it a service? Are you giving me information? Are you encouraging me? It just helps me to know more about you and give me the opportunity to connect with you, to learn who you are, to trust you, to purchase services from you, to listen to you. So your online presence is your online platform. And I've mentioned this before. A platform, if you think about it, it normally gives a person, if you picture a platform, we're thinking about a stage, it gives the speaker, the singer, the musician, the artist, it gives them something to stand on so that they're able to project their message out and connect with their audience. Your online platform is the same thing. And so I often use the terms platform and presence interchangeably so that you can get the idea of what I'm talking about. So your online presence is really you being present, you being available online. It lets people know that you even exist because today, in today's day and age, and I'll tell you specifically for myself, I don't trust many businesses that do not have an online presence because even though individuals normally choose to not put a lot of their information online, companies and businesses should be online, especially today in the year 2020, especially right now during COVID-19. So whether they are actively posting or actively blogging or actively doing something, it doesn't matter. There still needs to be some sort of static information online that I'm able to see about this particular company. So whenever I go online, I'm looking for a service or I'm trying to purchase a product. If I don't find an online presence, then I'm really not going to trust that company because I feel like they haven't taken the time to invest in the way that we communicate today. Now, back in the 90s or the 80s, that would have been fine. And even in the early 2000s, that would have been okay. But we're in 2020, rolling into 2021. And if you are a business and you don't have anything online, I can't find you on Facebook, I can't find you on Instagram, I can't find you on Twitter, I can't find you on Snapchat, I can't find you on TikTok, I can't find your website, you don't have a picture posted somewhere, Google doesn't pull you up, then I'm wondering, do you even really exist? Is there a location? Will Google tell me where to find you? Something. Or will you come up in Google Maps? This is why it's so important to have an online presence because generally we used to walk around with the business card. And it'd be like, hey, how do I find you? And you hand out that business card. And then it's like, oh, okay, this person is legit because they have a business card. And then I can call them at this number. They took the time and they spent the money on the business card, so they must be legit, right? Well, it's kind of the same thing online. If I say, how do I find you? You can't give me somewhere to find you or I can't Google you. I don't really trust that your business is legit. I don't trust that if I want a service or I want a product from you that I can get it. Unless you let me know, hey, things are in the workings, I just got started, but here is my something. So that's the online presence. It is, where are you at online? Can you tell your customers, your prospective customers, can you tell your audience how to find you? And if you can't, then you have to come to the realization that they may not trust that you actually have a legit business. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't have one, because of course you can go and you can find a business that has a brick and mortar that hasn't exactly gotten online yet, and that's fine. But if you want to do business online, if you want to do business in different states and even in different countries, then you have to be willing to admit the fact that you need to have an online presence. So the whole what of the online presence is, where are you at? How do I find you? What do you offer? Are you even here? Where are you? Okay, that's your what. Now, why do you need one? Again, it's because your customers need to know you. They need to learn to like you. They need to trust you. They need to know what you offer. And if you don't have an online presence, then you're unable to communicate to your audience in any way at this time. Especially right now during COVID-19, we have a lot of things that are not open. And it's like, well, if you're not open physically, then how do I get a product from you? You can get the product online, or like me, you can get virtual teaching. So there have been times when I work one-on-one with clients, face-to-face. At this time, many people are not comfortable being face-to-face. So what do? We talk through Zoom. I was just on the phone with the coach on Zoom, okay? There's many different ways to contact people. I have my academy. You can go online in my academy. You can learn things in my academy. So you have to have your online presence to be able to offer products and to extend your market. You don't want to have, you can have a local market, but you also want to be able to branch out. If you sell products, you want to be able to ship your products nationwide, worldwide. If you offer services, you want multiple people to be able to get your services. So this is just one of the many reasons why you need to have an online presence, is to be able to get your services out there, but also so that you can be found. The next question is, how long does it take to build an online presence? Like, really, how long does it really take? And truth be told, I have taken 30 days and I've built my online presence before. Now, how is that? Well, one way is because I've been doing this for over 14 years now, and I know how to knock out the things, get them done, and go ahead and get the online presence going. You can sit down for 30 days, and with everything else happening in your life, if you have a step-by-step process and you can get your online presence up, you can get your online platform up, your presence can be out there, people can know that you exist, and everything can be flowing. And when I say your online presence, I mean the complete package. Of course, you can start an Instagram now. Of course, you can go and get a Twitter now. Of course, you can do a Facebook now. But what I'm talking about is actually building a full presence online so that people know you exist, they know where you are, they know what you offer, they know how to contact you, and you are able to provide your services or your products to them. When you want to do something fast and you want to do it like all inclusive, it is really about a 30-day or a 4-week process. And that is because each thing needs to be done intentionally in a certain series of, steps that you need to go through, and you need to have the whole picture in mind. It doesn't need to be something that you're just kind of like, oh, well, maybe I need this and maybe I need that, and I'm not sure what service I need. So today, a lot of people run into a problem where everyone wants to tell them, oh, you need an email system, you need a website, you need to do but no, I don't want to say nobody, but not many people give you the whole package and then tell you everything that you need and how to run through and what to do. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here. And I know there are other coaches and other people that do help you with this, but I make sure that you know every step of the way what it is that what you need. And so it takes, again, the question was, how long does it take to actually get your online platform up and running so that you are present online? About 30 days or 4 weeks. And at the end of that time period, you should be able to make money. I've done it. I've started multiple things and have made money in 30 days because my online presence was up and running. And like I said, when your online presence is up and running, people know that you are legit and they are ready to buy from you. So then, what are the benefits? The benefits of having an online presence are that you are able to reach out to your audience. They are able to reach out to you. You are able to offer them your products and your services, and you are able to make money fast and quick. And you're able to continue to grow and put your message out there, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Some people want to put a message out. Some people want to reach out to their customers and sell a product. Some people want to sell a service. Some people are just trying to grow a community. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, the benefit of having an online platform, an online presence, is that it is easier and faster to get that done than to be sitting around and not doing it. So that is the benefit of doing it. Now, the benefit of doing it the way that I teach you how to do it is that it is automated. Of course, there are certain things that you have to do, but those steps are a process that you go through doing, and you do those, every week you do certain things, and then you schedule them to be repeated over time. So a good example of this would be in October. I'm sad to share this, but in October, my uncle passed away. And when that happened, my social media kept running on Facebook, and no one knew that I was gone on my Makita Rodriguez page, which is my coaching page. And that is because my social media has been running consistently for that period of time. So again, I'm sad to share that, but it is a reality that things happen in our lives. And when they do occur, we need to have stuff in place in our businesses to be able to keep running and keep flowing. The other good side of that is that my coaching business still ran. I still had clients. I was still able to take payments. They were able to email me. All these different things were able to keep on happening even while that was happening. And we moved this summer. So of course, no process is perfect, and they all need tweaking over time, especially with the more things that you want to do. But that process, having that in place, it actually frees up your time. It allows you to spend more time and energy and effort other places, whether it be with your family or working on other projects or taking care of yourself. And your resources. You're not always you don't have to pay someone. Not to say you don't want to pay anybody, because there are times where you do want to hire someone, but you don't always have to pay someone to do certain things when you know how to do it yourself and you know how to automate it. And then you have this online presence going on a regular basis. So those are just some of the benefits. So I want to tell you what the online presence consists of, just really quick. So, of course, like I said, you have the number one thing that you must have is a website. And I know that a lot of companies say you don't have to have a website. But the reason why I say that you should have a website is because while social media is very dependable at this time and is a great way to be out there and to connect with your customers, social media is not a guarantee to you. We don't pay for social media, so the platforms really don't have a real commitment to us. Of course, they have their terms and conditions, but in those terms and conditions, at any time, if there's something that they don't like, they're able to take down your page or disconnect the whole platform altogether. And an example I've used is like MySpace. There was a time when MySpace was around, and I know people that were building full-fledged businesses on MySpace, and then one day it just completely went away. It was gone. Or at least no one used it. And now we've all transitioned over to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, things like that. And one day, and I would hate for that to happen, but one day those things could be gone. And what we have to find out is, what else are you going to do if those things are gone? So what happens when you have a website? If you pay for your website, which I do suggest, and that is because having a paid website means that the company has a responsibility to you to maintain your product. So there's a reason why I say this, and that reason is probably about 7 or 8 years ago, I saw that there was someone who had his blog on Google for like 10 years. It was on Blogger, and he was blogging about a very controversial topic, and everything was fine for a long time, and then one day he woke up and his website was gone. And one of the reasons why they cited was because it was on the Google Blogger platform and it was free. And they just decided that they didn't like his content anymore and they want to take it down. So when you have your own hosting and you have your own website, you're able to put up your information, your content, connect with your customers and your clients, as long as you're not breaking the law, of course. whatever it is that you want to share is completely up to you. So that is one of the reasons why I suggest that. The next thing that you need outside of your website, of course, you need your own domain name, and your domain name is how do I find you. So like you can find me at makitarodriguez.com. So the how, where, what is your address? So that's the domain name. So in your website, you need your website hosting and your domain name. You also need a email marketing system, whether that be like MailChimp or Aweber or Constant Contact or ConvertKit or Infusionsoft or ActiveCampaign. There's just so many of those things out there. One of them that is free is MailChimp, and I really recommend that everybody just go ahead and jump on MailChimp because it's really easy. You need a email marketing system. That is so that you can send email to your customers and you don't have to send them one by one. You're able to schedule them and send them out, and they're able to, multiple people are able to get messages from you at one time. You can send that out just informationally. You can send it out with coupons. You can send it out when you have a product or a service. This is the number one way of sales. Whether people believe this or not, you don't get more sales on social media. You get more sales through your email, because people who opt in to receive emails from you, they're telling you that they want to stay connected with you. And I don't know about you, but like I check my email, and sometimes if I see a sale or something, I will save my email, go back to it, read over it, see if I want to get it, think about it. And there have been many times where I purchased something just because I got an email. And some of the people, I don't like read all their emails, but I saw something, I liked it, and so I bought it. The next thing that you want to make sure that you have is social media. You want to make sure that you have at least one account on social media that you are actively present on. Now, you can have multiples, and I do recommend that you stay active on them, but things happen. If you fall off the boat, just at least jump back on with one of those accounts. That way people know that, you're still here, they can find you, and you stay connected to your audience, because social media is social. I know a lot of people talk about making sales on social media, and that is great. It's absolutely great. But you also want to stay socially connected to your audience. That way they know that you're alive and that they can talk to you, and you can know where they are, what they like, stuff like that. Okay, so we said the website, we said the social media, the email. You also need automation tools. Automation tools that I'm talking about, basically things that you're going to plug into your website, you're going to plug into your social media, you're going to plug into your email, and you're going to work on the back end, and you're going to put together these messages, and then you're going to schedule them. And that system is going to publish them at a certain interval, certain time, so that you don't have to be sitting in front of the computer or your phone when it's going out. Okay, now like I said, you do have something to do, maybe once a week or once a month or every 6 months, however often you feel like it is that you need to do it, or we work out, or you write out a schedule that you do it. That's how often you make these publishings. But you do have to sit down and actually put that information in, but then from there it publishes automatically. You also need your funnel. So when I work with my clients, I normally talk to them like, okay, so who are you working with, and what are you doing with them, right? How are you helping them? Once they tell me that, it's like, okay, so what are you offering them that will help them? And what we talk about is basically, it's called a client journey, a customer journey. It's like, well, when you meet them, they're here, trying to stay in the frame. When you meet them, they're here, and they're trying to get here. How do they get there with your products and your services? And if you have one product, then what does it do? And what happens when that client gets to the end of that product? Is there something else that you offer them? Or are they going to finish that and then move on and go somewhere else? That's called the client journey. Now, when they're on that journey, you get to develop more things for them that helps them along the way to finally get to that ending point of where they want to be. But if you are really good at what you do, and you also develop while your customer or your client is developing, then you also develop more products or more services. And so that journey never really ends, because the client is always in looking for the next thing that's going to help them. And so what we talk about when I work with my clients is the customer journey and your products and your sales or your services, what exactly it is that you want to offer them. We have the customer journey, and we talk about your sales goals. You need to be building your website, You should have your funnel. That was the next thing I was going to say. So when you know your customer journey and you have all these tools, then what are the different steps that your customer takes in order to get to your service? So here's a good example. You're here on my Instagram. There is a journey that I want you to take. So if you are here and you want more information about me, you're listening to me, you like what I'm saying, when we get out of here, you go check out my Instagram page, and then you see that there's a link in my bio. I want you to click on that link, because that link is going to take you to my website, where I have a blog and a lot of information about me. Once you get there, I want you to click on the link that's going to send you to my email, to sign up for my email list. That's because I want to connect with you in a deeper way. Once you are getting emails from me, then I want you to think about whether or not what I do can help you. And if so, then the next step that I want you to take is I want you to join my academy, where I help you on an even deeper level. Okay? Or if you are someone that maybe you've already been following me and you're like, you know what, I don't think I need an academy, and I've already read your email and I've already been to your blog, then for me, your next step would be to join my intense coaching plan. So the customer journey coaching program, the customer journey is very important, because you find out how interested the customer is in what it is that you're offering, and then you continue to take them along this path to offer them more access to you, or to offer them more access to you, or more information, or more services, or more products, or to direct them to the people who you work with, because maybe they need something you can't give them. The customer journey is very important. So when you're building your funnel, you build your funnel with all of this in mind. You think about the first step that they need to take and what's the next step that they need to take. And you do that continually to get them to your outcome, which may be your product or it may be your service. But even when they get into your product and your service, there should still be a funnel. And for instance, inside of my academy, one of the very first things that my clients or my customers that they take is the goal setting course. Now, inside of that, I also have emails that are automated to them, where I ask them questions about where they are. And when they email me back, I email them back, because I'm asking, how is this goal setting course working for you? And what else do you need? And this gives me information about them and where they are, that tells me if I have another product or service that can help them, or do they just need a little bit of hand holding, a little bit more accountability in the process. So what I'm trying to say here is, when you have your funnel, make sure that it's not just on the surface of what what everybody does on the outside before they get into your community, but also have ways that they can continue to connect with you, and that they can get your help, and that you continue to give them more resources, more access, more products to get from you. Because studies do show that once someone purchases something from you the first time, they're going to stay with you for a very long time, unless you do something that they don't like. And even then, they're probably going to continue. So again, that is one of the steps, that was one of the things that you need to have when you are building your online presence, this platform that you're building. So you have your customer journey, and you have your sales and your sales goals. You need to be building your website. You need your funnel set up. You need your email marketing. And then, like I was talking about before, your content creation and automating that process. You need to make sure that you are either, if you're writing blogs, which I really do suggest, write your blogs. If you're posting on social media, your emails, all of those things, those are your content. Your content is what you're putting out. It's your videos, your photos, your images, your text, the email, the blog, all of that is what you're putting out. So you need to be creating your content and automating it, so that you're not fumbling around trying to make sure that you're getting everything out. Of course, there are a lot of other tools, a lot of other things that you can purchase. But again, when I talked about how long does it take to actually get your online presence built, up and running, so that you can make money, you can move fast, you can start working, hit the ground running, you can connect with your customers, your clients, you can put your information out there, 4 weeks. Right? I think it takes about 4 weeks to have everything finished and to be moving smoothly. And these are all the things. So I'm going to run through them one more time. again, we talked about your online presence, what it is, why you need it, how long does it take to build, what the benefits are, and the actual components. So I'm gonna run through the components again. Your customer journey and your sales goals, building your website, setting up your funnel, email marketing, content creation and automation, and at least one social media platform that you're going to be on. These are the different things that you need for your online presence. For Black Friday, I will be having a sale to come into my Build Your Business 4-week intense coaching program, where we will be running through 4 intense weeks of building your online presence, making sure that everything is together for you to hit the ground running and just move forward. What does that consist of? It consists of 9 lives over the 4-week, 9 live calls over the 4-week time, where you'll receive an assignment on Sunday night for what you're supposed to be working on all week. On Wednesday, we will meet where I will coach you through some things, and then you'll have Q&A. I'll teach you how to do it. You'll have Q&A. Of course, you'll have steps that you're supposed to be taking from Sunday all the way through Saturday. But on Wednesday, we'll jump on. I'll teach you. I'll show you over the computer in a Zoom call. And then on Saturday morning, we'll have another live coaching session where it will be Q&A and more coaching. And we'll do this for every week in the month of December, ending on the last Wednesday, which is the 9th call. So during this time, you'll be able to get all your questions answered. We'll run through all of these different steps that I've mentioned here, and we'll make sure that your platform is completely built out. Your presence is ready to go at the end of the year so that you can hit the ground running and be ready for 2021. A lot of times I find that my clients, when they come to me, maybe they've started a few things and maybe they're getting like tips from different coaches, or maybe they've had a program here and there and they're trying to put everything together. Sometimes it can be really confusing because you get different information from different people, and it's like, okay, so should I implement this or should I implement that? And you can kind of get stuck in one of those phases, and then you spend a lot of time trying to figure out everything else. So maybe you have your website together, but maybe you don't have your funnel, or maybe you have your email together, but maybe you're still working on your website, or maybe you have your social media, but you're not completely happy with your website, or maybe you have all those components, but you're not sure about the customer journey, and sometimes you get frustrated. Maybe you don't have your content marketing together, and the system and process is not automated. So this entire process is to make sure that throughout those 4 weeks, you actually get everything that you need to have your online presence up and running. Your platform is good to go, and you can stand up there on that stage and you can put your message out to your customers, and there will be a transformation of what you currently have now and what you have at the end of the year. I promise you that. Like I said, I've done this multiple times, and the one of the times that I did it, it was kind of an experiment. And at the end of 30 days, I had made over $1,000, and I didn't even really purposely do it. It's just like to try to figure it out and see how long it would take. So again, I will be offering this for the Black Friday. So the normal price will be $1,194, but for Black Friday, it's going to be $597. So I'm doing it at 50% off. But like I was saying, the reason why I'm doing it is because I have my members who join my academy, and they go through the steps, and it's basically built out. So if you don't have anything, then you start off and you can be in this academy like all year if you want. And what I find is that a lot of my customers, what they want is to be able to hurry up and get through the process because they want their platform built now. And so with that is intense. It is a very intensive process. So like I said, how long does it actually take to build out your platform, to build out your presence? If you work on it every day, or at least 6 days a week, it'll take you 4 weeks. It'll take, because what I'm trying to show you and what I want to teach you is how to do all these things yourself. You don't have to hire anybody. You don't have to pay anybody to do it for you. You will know how to maintain your website. You will know how to write your emails. You'll know how to plan out your social media. You know how to automate everything. You'll know what to pay for how to, what your budget should be, and you will be moving forward. The coaching sessions will be every Wednesday night and every Saturday morning. And on Sunday, you will receive your assignment for the week as to what you should be doing. And I'll be teaching you 2 different platforms to build your website on. And when it comes down to social media, I'll have you select between 2, either Instagram or Facebook, and that is just because of how they run. And I want to have you work on those 2 platforms, because when you get on one, it's easy to convert over to the other one. When we can discuss other platforms, but this is very intentional. It's a very intentional process, and one of the things that I really want you to see in all this is that there's a lot of information out here, and you can really feel overloaded when you're just getting like a lot of freebies, and you got this coach and this person, and you're trying to do everything yourself. And so even if you're got your own domain and you're calling GoDaddy or SiteGround or whatever company it is, you still have to figure all that stuff out yourself. Normally you don't have somebody to call who you can say, hey, I'm trying to get this graphic done. How do I do this? When we go through this intense program throughout December, you got Wednesday where I'm going to sit down, I'm going to walk through everything with you. And then if you're like on Friday, Makita, I'm trying this and I can't get this graphic inside my website the right way. What size is this supposed to be? Saturday morning, we jump online and it's like, hey, show me what you're having a problem with. Tell me what the issue is. When we get into email marketing and you're like, hey, I wrote my email, but I think it sucks. Can you read it? Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually read your email. And I don't know if you can see all these books behind me, but I do have a bachelor's degree in English. So I'm very comfortable with writing. I'm going to read your email. I'm going to look at your process, and I'm going to find out, is this good for you? When we get into the funnel, I want to know, how does the funnel relate to your customer journey and your sales goals? Like, don't just build out a funnel just to say, okay, so then I want them to go here and I want them to go here, and we're going to go bloop, 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 and they never make a purchase from you, or they never get anything free, or you never build a relationship with them, and you're not hitting any of your goals. You should be able to hit your goals. You should be able to provide value to your customers, and you should be able to make some money when I am teaching you this process. So it will be very intense, but I really believe that it will be very helpful. And I already have some people who, because they're in my membership, they've already signed up. But at this time, I'm trying to figure out if I should limit how many people come in. But regardless, I'm going to be setting that up, and then you can let me know if you have any questions and you can sign up for it. Bye.